You know what? Probably have to do a couple refreshes on promotion. We are live now.
Woohoo!
Hello and welcome. Excuse me. to WyzGyz Entertainment. This is your host Wyman. We have today a very special guest. This is her first time on this channel, and I'm also going to promote or re-promote on not only Facebook but also, whoa, where did my thing go? Oh, there it is. But also MeWe and Twitter. Yeah. Our guest today is Raven. Welcome to the show. Hello. Anybody have any questions, please post them in the chat. And I wanted to kind of get to know the coolness that is Raven.
Oh, bless.
So you are an artist and
I am.
a colorist, right?
Yeah, so I do mostly 2D digital art. I've kind of given up all traditional art. And then I work as a colorist for a bunch of indie comics and things like that.
Oh, wow. So you've been in the quote-unquote industry for some time now.
About a year and a half. This November will be going on 2 years, so I'm still pretty new to all of it, but I'm learning a lot every day, so I'm having a lot of fun.
Oh, awesome. Can you go into some more detail as to how you even got into art in the first place?
Oh my gosh. So my dad always jokes that I was born with a crayon in my hand. Basically, as soon as I could color, I was, but I didn't actually start taking it seriously until last year. So if I can be honest about that. I mean, I've been drawing since high school, but I haven't started really studying and retouching on the basics and really trying to learn as much as humanly possible till the past year when I started getting into comics. 'Cause I jumped in and I was like, oh, I want to make my own comic. I have a story. And then I started it and I realized, oh, wow, there's a lot that goes into this. So I had to do a lot of research and a lot of learning really fast.
Wow. Yeah, so tell us a little bit more about some of that research that you felt you needed to do to be on par with others who are doing it regularly already.
Right. So I have a good friend, Brian Ball, and he was a huge inspiration to me because I met him when I was in college, and he was able to explain, because he was making his own comic at the time. And at the time, it was I think he was on issue 2 of his comic. And I was like, how are you doing this? I didn't think that it was possible for someone who wasn't a millionaire to make a comic. I didn't,
Okay.
how do you print? How do you do all this stuff?
Well,
So he...
Go ahead.
Sorry. So he explained to me kind of I hired an artist. This is what my artist does. And I was like, oh, I'm an artist. I want to do that. So I started looking at comics and I started working on my own. And then I quickly realized that you have to understand paneling, like how to properly panel a page. You can't just write a funny script and expect it all to fit onto one page. You have to segment it, find a way to illustrate it, that jazz. So it took a lot of research to kind of figure out the basics of creating a comic page and then refining my art to just look better in a comic page too. So
Are you still there? Hello?
and then
all right. It sounded like you were breaking up every now and then again.
I'm here.
All right, cool.
Hello.
Um, yeah, I think I lost the very last sentence. I made out everything else though. But you were influenced by a friend, someone you made friends with in college, and he started showing
Right.
you
Sorry.
what what creating a comic actually entailed, all the work behind it, and you learned about like
Yeah.
sequential art.
Yeah. Sorry for the breaking up. My internet's bleh. But yeah, so he kind of showed me this is what my artist does, and I looked at what his artist did, and I'm very fortunate to be able to go to that artist for advice now. He kind of took me under his wing as his apprentice, so I've been
Oh,
learning from him the past few months.
nice. Oh, that's cool. Uh, so you did art basically come natural to you? And what kinds of things did you draw when you were younger?
Oh my gosh, I was obsessed with designing characters when I was younger, and I guess that's kind of why I love comics so much. It's just all the cool characters that you can see. Um, so I watched a whole lot of anime growing up, so I would always draw like my favorite anime characters. And if it's cool with you, I'm actually working on an illustration right now that I wouldn't mind sharing on screen if
Oh, heck
that's cool
yeah,
with you.
absolutely. Let's see here. Da-da-da-da. Oh, hold on. Let's see.
Oh, is it breaking up again?
Um, Not this very moment.
Sweet. Okay.
It was a little bit earlier. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and do the share screen. Oh, there it is. Oops. On the thumbnail, it's showing all white. On the big screen, it's
Okay.
a black screen.
Ta-da!
It's clocking right now. I think it's buffering.
Oh yeah, my internet connection is being real wompy right now.
Yeah. Do you happen to have
So
a lot
sorry
of?
about this.
Oh, there it goes. Do you happen to have a lot of
Ta-da!
applications and stuff running in the background?
I might. Let me just close everything else.
Yeah, that'll.
There we go. Okay, perfect. Probably close Discord too. There we go. That should be better. But yeah, so
Wow.
I've been working on new stuff, new projects for this year, and the artist that I mentioned before, named Luigi Chirel, he did the work for Rags, and he's an amazing artist. And I was able to finally work up the nerve to ask him, like, hey, would you mind mentoring me a little bit? And he has just been amazing. I've learned more from him in the past 2 months than I have in 2 years of art college.
Wow, really?
It's crazy. He has a way of explaining things just so simple. Like when I was in the Marine Corps, we would call it like Barney style, where it's just so simple and so easy. And that's basically how he teaches, and it's amazing. It's helped a lot.
Welcome, Fly, Angry Persian Michelin Guy.
Hello.
The sun is about this high. Welcome, Kyle Scott.
Kyle! Hey, Kyle!
What's
Hello,
up,
Kyle.
sister?
Kyle's the best.
Also, hey, WyzGyz Entertainment. That's my literally, or
Yeah, he's basically my brother.
or sister in arms. Basically, your brother.
Basically, like we become so close over the internet over like the past 2 or 3 years. My gosh, so he's basically my brother now. We've just adopted each other.
Okay, all right. Wait, am I making stuff up in my head, or is Kyle your mentor?
Not Kyle. That would be Luigi Terrell, but Kyle is also a huge help.
Oh, all right, awesome, right on. Welcome. Might as well be.
Yeah, might as well be.
This is freaking cool. What program are you using?
So this is Photoshop, but I do my sketches in a different program because I'm still learning Photoshop. This is probably like the 10th time I've used it, maybe for art. I'm having a hard time with Photoshop. So I do my sketches in a completely different program.
Let me guess. Manga Studio?
Actually, yes. Clip Paint Studio, as it's called now.
Oh, they renamed it?
Yeah, they changed it because I guess like just saying it was for manga threw a lot of people off, but they changed it to Clip Paint Studio, and I think that's more universally friendly.
You say click, C-L-I-C-K?
Clip, as in like a paper clip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Clip Paint Studio.
I love it. It's amazing, but it doesn't let you create custom brushes the way that Photoshop does. So that's like the one downfall.
Yeah, it seems like when it comes to software programs, most people ultimately don't rely on one program alone.
Mm-hmm.
They end up having to go to multiple programs to get all the features they want.
Yeah.
I've never done a whole lot of digital. I don't know. Well, you sound pretty young, so I'm probably way older, 3 or 4 times your senior. But when I started drawing, I was on a Macintosh SE, and it was that old beige box all-in-one unit, and there was a program called Mac Paint.
Oh, paint program!
So I used to do that back in the day.
No.
Hey, welcome to us. Let me stop this.
Tatsunami. Oh, what a fun name.
Yeah. Welcome to Tsunami.
Hello. Welcome.
Yeah. So I did Mac Paint early on, and then I went to Corel Paint and Painter Pro briefly. I might get back into Painter. Oh, what's the other one? I'm blanking out. Procreate.
Procreate, yeah.
A lot of artists that I've come across in ComicsGate who do digital work.
Mm-hmm.
They're recommending, not everyone, but a number of them have recommended like a 2017 iPad Pro with an Apple Pencil and Procreate.
I've heard so many amazing things about Procreate. I've heard that the interface is simple and easy to learn. I really wish that I could get my hands on it, but I don't have, one of those tablets. And I don't know if it's specific to those tablets. I'm sure I can probably get it on my Cintiq mobile. I haven't really tried yet. So I might try that tonight.
I believe so, because Cintiq, as I recall, is made for Macs and PCs. I presently work off of a Mac at home, but I think with Cintiqs, since they are made by Wacom, right?
Yeah.
Their Procreate probably runs on that fine.
I'm gonna have to try that out then.
There's also this other company. I can't remember it, but I think it's Korean. But it's a tablet that Carla Tornielli mentioned.
Oh.
She's got this large. Well, you met her at CG Powerpuff Girls show.
Mm-hmm.
She does her work digitally, and I think she used to have either an Intuos or a Cintiq, but she eventually upgraded to a large tablet that was significantly less expensive, and it was larger in dimensions.
Oh yeah, when you get the bigger tablets, it really helps. It just gives you more room to like move your wrist against, because if
Yeah.
you have a really small space to work with, and not a lot of people think about it, it's like the smaller the space you have to work with, the shorter your strokes have to be when you're drawing, and it gets really difficult really fast.
Oh, so check this out real quick.
Let's see it.
This might be a blast from the past for you. I don't even know if you even use one of these.
What? No, what is that?
It's a Wacom tablet,
Get out of here.
USB 1.0,
Oh my gosh.
and it had a batteryless mouse with a scroll wheel and 2
Oh
buttons.
my gosh.
In a time where Macintosh computers were popular for having 1 button, and something like 1 or 200 levels of sensitivity on the stylus, and you can program some of the buttons as well as the eraser. It was a trip. Whoa,
Oh my gosh.
what was that?
Oh, you could still do that on Cintiqs today. I'm glad they kept that. That's funny.
All right, right on. Yeah,
That's wild.
do you see how that's? Were you able to hear what I said as I was describing it? Raven, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I thought we were
I can
having.
hear you just fine.
I thought we were having
Think
mic
the-
issues.
Computer's messing up. Sorry.
I thought we were having mic issues for a minute there. Man,
Oh, you're good. No worries.
that's really cool. So, did you say you sketched this in Manga Studio, which is now Clip Paint Studio, and then
Yeah.
you edited it into Photoshop?
Yeah, because Photoshop has my favorite brush now. This is one that Luigi shared with me. This is like his signature brush, and it's just so much fun. So I've started using it in as many pieces as I can these days.
Now, what kind of brush is it? Is it like a combination of multiple brushes and then stamped as a custom?
Yeah, essentially that. Like the settings are just super customized. Like all the settings are like this diameter only, like it only allows certain thickness. So it's super customized, and that's just the way that it's saved. So he had to walk me through how to set it up, and oh my gosh, learning how to do that was a challenge.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Oh, we got hey man, nice shot in the stream. Hello.
Is Raven on some sort of world tour, second stream today?
Yeah, second stream today.
Yeah, and before you know it, she's gonna be a repeat visitor on my show.
Hey. Yeah. I'd love that. That'd be fun.
Absolutely. Meowdy. Haha. Holy crap, that's a collector's item at this point.
Fun.
You know what else I have? You know what else I have? I have, are you a gamer at all?
I am. I'm a little bit of a baby gamer though, so I don't know a lot about the older stuff.
Are you on consoles or computer?
Both.
Okay. This is probably also before your time. I'm feeling old now.
Oh no.
But I own an Atari Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Yeah, it was a quote unquote 64-bit console. Supposedly the first one. There was some debate as to whether it was true 64-bit processing, but it came out, I think, after Dreamcast and Sega Dreamcast. I think around N64 era.
Oh.
Let's see here. I missed the first stream. What the heck? Man, nice shot. Oh crap! I've been spotted. Got to put the glasses back on. You guys are awesome. Yeah, if you guys have any questions for our special guest, definitely let us know.
God bless.
I edited this.
Here we go.
So what is it you're? Oh, I see. Okay, so you're drawing these, darkening the. You're doing the inking more or less.
Yeah, this is the part of the inking process that I do. I'll do it in Photoshop, and then I'll export only the line work layer. Then I'll take it all back into ClipPaint Studio and duplicate the line work a few times, just because the brush that I use is like super soft. It's like super soft. And then I'll just darken it up in there, and then do my flat work.
All right. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to school me on something.
Okay.
Define what flat work is.
So flat work is essentially when I say essentially, goodness. So flat work is when you take your line work and you go in and you put down the base colors underneath it. So it's just the base colors, and then you go in and make a layer on top of those base colors, and you clip it. So you only color the base layer. So you can scribble all over the page, but it's only going to affect the layer beneath it. So that's why flatters and comics are so important, because they save the actual colorist all of the time that it takes to do, just color in the tummy or just color in the leg, because then the actual colorist will go in and do all the dynamic lighting, the reflection. Is the material metallic? Does it sparkle? They'll do all the special effects. But the person who does the flat colors, they're kind of like the unsung hero, I say.
Huh. So is it often the case where the colorist and the flat art artist will be two different people?
Yeah, most often. I actually taught my little brother how to do flats for me, so just so he could help me. I pay him, I promise. But
oh, that's clever.
I taught him how to do flats. That way I can just take this illustration, send it to him, and he sends me back just the flat work. So I actually have an example I can show you.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
That's great.
So I had my brother do flats for my entire comic, because I realized that as you're working, you do the ink, you do the sketches, you do the inks, you do the flat colors, which take forever, and then you do the rendering. And the rendering is usually a lot easier, because there's a lot of tips and tricks to learn when it comes to doing the final rendering. But hang on, here we go. Let me get this open. Let me change my share screen.
So if you got the the colorist and the flat artist as different people, then
see, this is the flats, and this is the final render.
dang.
So it helps so much, because with digital programs, you can go in and tell the computer, hey, I only want to affect this specific color on this layer. And you could just go in and scribble away and do all of your shading and whatnot. It's super duper fast.
Huh. So the image on the right, that's the final product?
Yes.
And so her mask has a visor over
Yeah.
it. And now the part I'm not following is, does she have a lot of heavy eyeshadow? Or
So she has like this red eyeshadow on, like this red paint.
okay.
In the final rendering, I was kind of experimenting, and I ended up darkening the visor a lot, so it looks a little It was kind of an experiment. So let this serve as just an example.
Oh, okay. All right. So, but with these images, you probably are, if you're doing it in Photoshop, you're probably doing it on different layers too, right? So
Yeah.
you usually hide or delete a layer.
Easy. As long as you save the file as is. And Clip Paint Studio allows you to take a Photoshop file and bring it straight into Clip Paint without changing the format. Like Clip can work off of Photoshop documents, which is super cool.
Oh yeah, that
They
helps.
just work right hand in hand.
Oh,
Super
good.
nice.
Good. Kyle says, honestly, Raven is the only reason I'm up so late.
Oh, Kyle, bless you. I appreciate you.
Kyle is asking, what keeps you motivated?
He would ask that. So it's funny because just the other day I reached out to Kyle because I was having, as an artist, you're expected to put out so much art a week just to stay relevant. And I was having an off week. I was taking a while on some things to get out. And I just remembered, a lot of people in their lives, they have that one person that kind of drives them forward, that's always cheering for them on the side. And that's Kyle for me. Kyle is that special like cheerleader, I guess. And he always like picks me up whenever I'm feeling a little low. So I reached out to him the other day and I was like, thanks for keeping me motivated and keeping me on my toes. And it's funny that he would ask that. He knows.
That's awesome.
Silly goose.
Oh my gosh, I use that phrase too. Tatsunami asks, how did you come up with character design?
Oh, bless. I love character design questions so much. So for this character, her name is Fennec, and she's the main character of the manga I'm working on.
That's really cool. Holy cow.
Thank you.
So when... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You were saying?
No, I was checking out the pictures you shared on Carla's stream, the ComicsGate Powerpuff Girls show, and it was just line art at the time, I believe. Did you actually knock out all these colors between the end of that stream and this one? Or was it? Did you already have it done?
Goodness, I can't quite remember. This right here, I already had done. I think I finished this like last week. I just started the one I was showing you live. I just started that like a few hours before our stream, just for the stream.
Wow.
I have something to show. But her design, I haven't changed too much from like the original concept, which unfortunately I didn't save the file. Darn it. But I wanted to give her kind of like a Japanese fox style mask, like a demon mask, because that's the key part of the story I'm working on, is that all of the characters, they all have to wear gas masks at all times, but these select main characters were able to find very special looking masks that help them fight actual demons. So she has like a fox looking mask, and then the main character, his name is Oz, he has an Oni looking mask. So each of the 5 characters, they have like a different mask that's special to them. And with her, I just really wanted like something sleek and foxy. And I am obsessed with Gurren Lagann, the anime. And one of the characters in there, her name's Yoko. She's this badass. She has like this fiery red hair and a long ponytail. And I always loved how it whipped around and how animated it was. So I thought it suited the fox, and it takes place in like a desert wasteland of LA. So.
Oh. LA. You don't have something against LA, do you? Just kidding.
No, not at all. It's just so the story is basically like about smog demons, like demons that produce smog. And I figured LA is such a good example of smog.
Yeah, it is. That and China. China is well renowned for smog.
Though I was watching documentaries on China while working on the story. Oh yeah.
So is this going to be kind of like have an environmental message, like don't pollute, give a hoot, don't pollute?
Essentially, yeah. It's don't let the smog get so bad that you have to wear a gas mask 24/7.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. I did not intend to create a story about wearing masks in the year 2020, but here it is. I'm sorry.
Ah, so you
There
maybe
you go.
on the side created COVID-19, and then you figured, I'll get this book out, and it'll be perfectly matched. Very clever.
Oh man.
Let's see. You absolutely.
Ironically enough, that seems to. I don't know if I'll have it done. I don't know.
Uh-oh, you just cut out. Test.
If...
3? Oh, there you
That
go.
cracks me up. Oh my goodness. Oh no.
Tatsunami loves it. Kyle Scott is all I can hear is
Hello.
China. You're back, right?
Bless. I'm glad you dig it. Thank you.
All right, there you are. I wonder if we're. Wait, what is this? Finnick.
I'm here. My internet is just wompy. I'm sorry.
Out of curiosity, what is your connection speed? Excuse me. What kind of internet do you have? Raven?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay, all right.
I have Cox. I have 2 different routers that I use though, and it's not letting me use my second one for some reason today.
Oh, you got 2 of them in use? Oh, well, that shouldn't be a problem. They should be able to work with each other.
How's that? There we go.
Test. All right.
Woohoo!
All right. There you are. That's better.
Yay! Sorry.
Have you ever heard of Mirror's Edge? This design, clothing specifically, slightly reminds me of the main character who was a free runner in the game. Play was essentially parkour free running.
I remember seeing some gameplay for that, but oh my gosh, I should probably actually reference that for like clothing ideas. When I was drawing this, I literally, the blue shoes she's wearing, those are my tennis shoes because I don't know how to draw other shoes yet. So she has my tennis shoes and a pair of leggings that I own in that style, and then I just gave her like a crop top. But I wanted to give her something kind of athletic because she's a real jumpy, flippy animated character. But I'll check out Mirror's Edge for references.
Cool. Yeah, I like the leggings. They're pretty cool looking.
Thank you.
See how the 2 layers of fabric overlap. COVID-19 confirmed, Raven artist person.
Kyle cracks me up. My goodness.
What I like is the way you incorporated the mask with the gas mask aspect.
Thank you. I put so much work into getting that design to work. And I have another, I can show you the main character Oz, his mask's design. It's not as refined as Fennec's for whatever reason. I just really love working on Fennec. But Oz, his mask looks like this at the moment.
Oh wow!
So it's very.
And you're even using reference images. That's cool.
I gotta use references for this. I don't know gas mask that well.
Oh, gotcha.
A good friend of mine actually made a 3D model of this.
Really?
So then I can reference that while I'm drawing, since Since Fennec's mask is very angular, it's really easy to draw. Like
Okay.
it's very, very easy to draw. But for Oz's mask, there's a lot of like round shapes, so it's a lot harder to replicate from different angles. So he was able to make me a 3D model, which was just so cool.
Wow, that's nice. Yeah, I mean, if he has time, he should make models of all 5 of your characters.
Yeah, I switched the screen back to the drawing.
Oh,
That's the goal. If I can ever, if I finish this year, the plan is to take it to Indiegogo or Kickstarter or wherever's best at the time, and have it available, but with like 3D printed masks as perks, at least for like one tier. Because my friend who did the 3D modeling, he also does 3D printing.
oh my gosh, that'll be so cool.
I hope it works the way I am envisioning it, because it should be pretty dope.
Oh yeah, 3D printing can make some amazing stuff.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. Tatsuya Namiata. That's an interesting looking.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Forest Publishing, welcome. Good to have you. Hail chat. Exactly. That's Kyle says.
Hello.
Exactly.
Bless.
I thought you'd say. Egg pun. Hey man.
Very nice.
Scott says, gotta scoot. Have a good night. Raven and WyzGyz Entertainment. Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate you.
Thanks for being here.
Tatsunami says, cool. Forest Publishing, hail. Kyle says, good night to Hey man, nice shot. Right on.
Bless.
Man, your stuff is so freaking cool. Are you self-taught?
Oh, bless, man.
Are you self-taught?
So I did go to art school for like 2 years, but I only ever got to get my generals done and a bunch of 3D modeling. So everything else is pretty much self-taught. But doing 3D modeling helped me a good bit as far as like understanding how characters work from different angles, which that just like blew my mind when I learned that. But yeah, I'm self-taught like 99%.
What was the percentage again? That you were self-taught?
I missed you on that. What'd you say?
What is the percentage that you were self-taught?
Like 99%. That and YouTube taught.
Oh, yeah. Incredible resource. Dang, that is such a good piece.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anatomy is not my specialty, but I'm trying to get better at it.
Well, that was going to be one of my other questions. Did you take anatomy courses or live drawing?
I didn't get a chance to, which breaks my heart. My school shut down before I had a chance. So I really just studied by looking and watching a bunch of YouTube videos.
Yeah, because oh man, it's evident you're ahead of me in terms of anatomy. I took a live drawing class. I'm mostly self-taught as well. I took a summer cartooning class just to try and better understand comic strip drawing and animation.
Nice.
And I took still life drawing, where you drew things like a piece of popcorn or egg
Yeah.
under a lamp. And then I took some figure drawing and live, where you have the live models.
Yeah.
That's the trip. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. Hail, 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 everyone. Hail, chat. Kyle says, Raven's one of the best artists I've ever met. She's super groovy.
Aw, bless you, Kyle.
Yeah, truly you are.
Aw, bless. Thank you.
Buddy Lord, welcome. Good to have you. Nice art. Super groovy. Yeah.
Groovy, groovy.
Shaggy, is that you? I wish I was cool as Shaggy. Forest Publishing says great art.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
man, I like your stuff a lot.
Thanks, man.
I, to each their own, but I personally would recommend going with Indiegogo.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I've had the pleasure of using it one time before on a separate campaign. Although I ran that campaign right off of the heels of a Kickstarter, so my numbers weren't like as wonderful as I'd anticipated. But I'm sure, with the next project, things will be, there's always different factors at play. So we'll see how this one goes.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but would you call yourself or consider yourself ComicsGate?
I don't really like to put labels on myself. Like ever since I got out of the military, I just try not to touch labels. But I'm all for creators creating. I love art. I love comics. So if you're cool with that, I'm cool with it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That might be, if it came down to it, I guess ComicsGate friendly. Because as I see it, as I've felt it was defined, it's, people who are concerned about coming up with a good story, delivering fantastic looking art, and giving them a product that their followers or fan base would enjoy.
Yeah, and I follow a good deal of the ComicsGate crew, and I love them all. Don't get me wrong; they're wonderful. So I'd say that our ideals are not far and in between.
Yeah. We spoke very, very briefly about how I consider myself ComicsGate, but also Fandom Menace. So I'll go into a little brief, or hopefully brief, considering I have a tendency to go ultra verbose. So, you know how SJW, Social Justice Warriors, invaded the whole comic book industry and, took down the quality of the work Marvel and DC were producing, and they and their executives started really, for some unknown reason, started knocking on the fandom of the comic book industry for not, liking this new agenda-based stuff they were pushing.
I do remember seeing that. Yeah.
Well, Fandom Menace is kind of the same thing, except where social justice warriors are invading popular entertainment and major franchises, and destroying characters that we grew up with when we were kids.
Oh yeah.
Things like mostly in the movie and TV industry, predominantly things like Star Wars, Star Trek,
Oh yeah.
Doctor Who, Ghostbusters, and it's like if Hollywood's not going to respect the fandoms and they're just going to trash all over our heroes and the characters that we grew up with, those who were inspirational,
Mm-hmm.
that made things fun, then we're not going to support it, and we're going to start talking more with our wallets and not going to your, watching your content until you shape up and deliver something good again. And then going back to ComicsGate, it's also there's a component of respecting the fandom, listening to the fandom, and going back to escapism. One thing that started disappearing from comics is the escapism. Instead, they wanted to go and pull headlines from the news and take all the negativity that you saw on the daily news and put it in your comics and make things hyper realistic.
Oh no, yeah, no.
And comic books, we feel, is more intended as an escape.
Yeah.
Man, that is so cool.
Oh, bless.
I love watching you work.
Thanks.
You've also got a YouTube channel that I guess you've been running for a while.
Oh gosh, yeah, but it's been collecting dust. I haven't had a chance to really get back onto doing regular uploads and stuff, just because the past year I've been doing a whole lot of like comic work. I've been a colorist on going on 4 different projects now so far this year, so I've been kept kind of busy. So I'm sorry for the YouTube being so bare.
Are you allowed to reveal yet some of these indie comic projects you've been coloring for?
Oh, so there's one that I can say, and it's not, I wouldn't say it's too indie anymore. I mean, they got picked up by publishers and stuff, but it's the Rags, not the Rags, it's Rags. That's one that I've had the pleasure of helping out on issue 7 with. And Rags is, of course, what got me into comics to begin with. The guy who created that, Brian Ball, he's the one I mentioned in the beginning who got me into comics. So I've been working on Rags all year, and then I've been working on a few other projects that I don't have the green light to openly discuss yet, which, darn. But they're almost done, and they'll be coming out here soon, and I can't wait to share them with you guys. And then I've been working on my own little stuff here, which I've shown you. But yeah, I've been busy this year, my goodness.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, very fortunate, all things considered.
Are you at a point at which you can do this full time and not work a quote unquote regular 9-to-5 job?
So yeah, I was fortunate enough last year to so beginning of last year, I had just left my office job a few months prior to January. I left my office job. I was a manager at a business development center, which was just, oy. So I left that position and started doing freelance, just illustrations, characters, and things like that. And that's my real bread and butter, is commissions, character illustrations. But this year is the first year where I've really been able to rely on indie comic work to pay the bills. I mean, I have a part-time job that I work weekends for, but that's just kind of to sustain when commissions get slow and things like that. But I've been very fortunate to not need to do a 9-to-5. I'm so grateful for that.
Right on. Tatsunami says natural talent.
Oh, bless.
I got to agree there. Carl says, Raven doing another campaign? There goes my money again. Love you, sister.
Oh, Kyle cracks me up. Listen, he's been phenomenal. In all of my campaigns, he's always been like fighting for the very top. It seems like going for the gold. If there's a high tier, he wants to get that high tier, and I appreciate that.
Oh, dang. Oh man, so many questions. I don't know if you feel like sharing, but you said you were in the military, right?
Yeah, so I did a couple of years in the Marine Corps, joined straight out of high school and shipped off to Japan.
Wow. Is that how you got into anime?
I got into anime as soon as I saw it on Adult Swim in 5th grade.
Oh.
So, but it was like the whole reason I joined the military was A, to escape my hometown, B, do something with my life, and C, go to Japan. So I accomplished all three.
Dang. In such a short period of time, too.
It's the one thing my recruiter did not lie to me about. I did go to Japan.
Wow, that's interesting. What an interesting gig to go to Japan. So,
It was, oh my gosh, it's amazing.
in retrospect, did you have a good time in the military, or was it really rough? Oh, dang, did I lose you again? Oh, curse you, internet. She'll be back. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Connect. Boop.
Connect.
Ta-da! How about that?
There you are. All right, you're back.
Perfect. So, yeah, if I could go back, I think I probably would. If I did not do art, I would go back. But I love art too much to give that up.
Sure.
But I had a good time while I was in. I got to explore. I got to do things I never thought I'd be able to do. Like I learned how to fire a rifle before I filed my taxes. I learned how to drive a dozer before I learned how to drive a car. So
Wow.
did things kind of backwards, but I had a lot of fun, and I missed it.
Well, that's cool. Well, I want to thank you for your service. Absolutely. Most definitely.
Oh, I didn't do much but move boxes.
Hey, you served, and that means a whole lot more than those who don't, including myself. I never did serve. Let me see. Wow, that is just so cool. What this character that you're displaying,
Mhm.
I know you were going for like a fox look, but it sort of looks like a cat to me.
Oh yeah, she's definitely got like cat vibes. That's why like when I did the ear design, I had to be like really careful with how I did it, because I didn't want it to do like the short, simple fox ears because it would immediately read as cat. I was so sure of it. So I thought, okay, let's just make them really long and almost bunny-like. That way, it's at least confusing, you know.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
I thought about doing a cat with her, but with her personality in the story, a fox just suited her a little bit more. There we go.
Ah, you're using the tools to adjust to warp the lines. It looks like.
Oh yeah, I use it to oblivion.
To oblivion and beyond.
Yes, that's why I don't think I'll ever be able to go back to traditional art because I find myself trying to use shortcuts whenever I'm doing a doodle on a piece of paper. I'll like reach my hand down and try to hit Control Z, and that's not there. So
Control Z, Control Z.
it's like, oh no, I can't undo that. Oh, it's ruined forever.
Whip out the whiteout.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I was never able to use whiteout in school. It just intimidated the life out of me.
Oh my goodness.
I-
Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just. Oh, damn! What the hell are you doing there?
Oh, that was just a preview from the tool.
Oh wow! All right. I thought that image was actually part of the drawing you were doing too.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Kyle adds, "We'll forever say thank you so much for your service. You're literally the best."
Oh, Kyle's literally the best.
Welcome, Bloody Doctor. How's it going?
Hello, hello.
Bloody Doctor says, "Cool art."
Thank you. I'm glad you dig it. This is it so far. Gotta get the shoes and the hair.
Yeah, you somehow nailed down anatomy faster than me.
It is a struggle.
When I took my formal art classes in school, I did this thing where you had to buy one of the books we bought was all about anatomy. So you saw the muscles and the bones, the skeleton. You saw the muscles peeled away in different.
Yeah.
You saw the cross section of the muscles and the bone, and for some of our assignments, we would be asked to copy certain pages, and that helped some, but I need to brush up because I'm rusty.
It's hard to do, but with this pose right here, I really wanted to focus on like, because she's a leggy girl. Like her design is very legs based. So I wanted to do like a very like leggy pose. So I just Googled pinup poses and I found one that I thought would work. So I tried looking at it and redrawing it. And then I put the two images side by side on the same canvas and kind of compared back and forth and made tweaks until it lined up the way that I thought worked the best. It took way too long.
Do you sometimes import a photograph reference into Photoshop and then add a layer of a blank sheet and then sketch it to roughly match the pose?
So if I need to do like a really dynamic pose or something like that, I'll go in and I have this program on my phone that Luigi taught me about where you can use 3D models. And I'll pose the 3D model in there, take a screenshot, email it to myself, bring it into Photoshop or Clip Studio, and I will basically just draw a cross section where the face is and draw a box where the torso is and like where the joints are and like stick figure it out. I won't trace the figure completely because that takes out the learning process, but I'll use the model as a bare bone base, like turn it into a stick figure, then build around it. It helps so much.
Do you remember do you know the name of that app off the top of your head?
I can pull it up. I have my phone right here. The app is called Easy Pose.
The letters E and Z pose?
It's spelled out completely normally. Easy Pose.
Right.
EASY. Yeah.
Right.
Super top secret stuff.
Yeah, so it's basically the new way of doing the old-fashioned, like in traditional art. It was pretty common to buy one of those
Figures.
like figures like marionettes or whatever.
Yeah.
And then use that for your posing and stuff. But that's cool if you could do it digitally now.
Oh, it helps so much. I don't have to worry about taking pictures and the lighting. I can change the lighting through the app. So, and that's one thing I'm trying to learn right now is how to do different lighting techniques. Like for the illustration I shared earlier, hang on, let me just change my share screen. For the illustration on the right of this is one that Luigi helped me with a lot. He taught me about overlaying filters, overlaying colors in Photoshop and using different opacities of black and white to help with the lighting. Okay. So he showed me like you want to do a hard light here and a bounce light here. And same with under here, a bounce light, hard light, bounce light, things like that.
Oh,
so learning all of this stuff, my brain is just
yeah, there's a lot of technicalities.
It's a lot to take in at once.
Oh yeah, for sure. You're like getting the crash course all at once.
Oh yeah, my brain is just like, it's spaghetti.
Bloody Doctor says, back from the blazing heat of California, so I'm doing good, finally. You?
Oh, that's good. I'm in the blazing heat of California.
Are they still doing those stupid water rationings out there?
Maybe in some parts. I know in the areas like super close to the border, like Campo, really close to like the border, they're still doing like, don't use too much water, and then they charge you a lot for the water you do use. But here in my area, they're not doing anything like that. So.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm originally from the East Bay, San Francisco Bay Area, and they were constantly griping that you got a water ration. we recommend watering your lawns only like every Tuesday and Thursday or something like that. And they were coming up with stupid rules all over the place, and it's like, okay, so they're insisting that all homeowners water ration, yet you go to the nearest business and they've got the most beautiful lawns ever. You go to all the golf courses and they got all this beautiful foliage. And it's like, what?
It's like I guess not everyone has to do it. Why not? Sure.
Bloody Doctor mentions that'll be helpful for my art. I think that was in reference to the
highly recommend it. It is so useful.
Easy Pose. That sounds right.
Yeah.
So
super helpful.
We came up on an hour. How's your schedule looking? Do you is your voice pretty bad?
I can go another 15 minutes.
Okay, it's up to you. I don't want to push your voice.
No, you're good. I'm having fun.
Yeah.
You're good.
If you got tea, drink it. Otherwise, drink lots of water.
Yeah, I got to get back on that water. Dehydrated. Ugh.
Yeah, that's going to help a lot. Staying hydrated at all times.
Goes for everyone watching as well. Just keep hydrated.
Yep. So, one of your original projects was Machi, right?
Right. That was the first comic I ever made, ever touched, participated in, anything. That was my baby, my brainchild. You know, everyone has like that passion project.
Uh-huh.
And that was Machi for me.
So how long did it take for you to come up with that creation? Was it one of those things that you kind of mold in your head for years and then you finally brought it to fruition?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I spent 2 years working on it before I actually decided, you know what, hey, we're doing this, we're making this happen. And originally I wanted it to be a manga, but at the time I was a little too scared to try it as a manga. So that's why my next project will be a manga, because I'm finally getting the chutzpah to do it.
Nice. And was that one of the projects that you originally launched on Kickstarter and then went to Indiegogo to relaunch?
Yeah, vice versa. I did Kickstarter first, and then I went over to Indiegogo after talking to Shay, Red Valkyrie. She was like, you gotta go Indiegogo, you gotta do it. And I was like, oh, all right, we'll give it a go. And it was a success. I was really happy with it. I was very grateful for it. The in-demand feature that it offers is just amazing. You can't find that on Kickstarter, which is another reason why. Yeah, Kickstarter does not offer that at all.
Interesting.
Nothing. If you want to go in demand, but too bad.
So, let me see. Besides the in-demand feature, did you find things that you enjoyed more in Kickstarter than you did in Indiegogo?
In Kickstarter, they ended up putting my campaign for Machi as like one of the projects we recommend.
So you recommended. Nice.
Somehow I was so surprised because for whatever reason I was under the impression that to get recommended you had to like pay Kickstarter, you had to like buy your way into that. That's what I firmly believed, but that's apparently not the case at all because I didn't pay nobody. So I was very surprised when they put me on the featured page, and it was under the featured page for like family, like family friendly comics, because that's Machi's a family friendly all age comic.
So I was so surprised, and that's one thing that like really kind of like made me like Kickstarter a lot because they did that.
Oh yeah.
It was really nice.
It said that. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna rewind it a little bit because the whole reason I went off on that tangent to discuss ComicsGate and Phantom Menace is what we found with ComicsGate is that they tend to be more ComicsGate friendly, if you will.
Mhm.
Seem to have a better grasp about business, and they understand their place as being a processor
Oh yeah.
crowdfunding rather than trying to, virtue signal like Kickstarter does.
Yeah, I've seen that with Kickstarter. They pulled some campaigns without proper justification and all of that jazz. It's I really hate seeing it because I've enjoyed using both services, and I know that they're constantly changing. I just hope that when the time comes around for me to do anything personally, that some management has changed hands. Some fresher minds are in there,
Right. Yeah.
some more business oriented individuals, less political,
Yeah.
less agenda driven, I should say.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
Um,
I think if I'm not mistaken.
because although what you might be fighting for is absolutely correct, it's absolutely the good thing to do. Time and place.
Right.
And platform. There's an appropriate place and there's an inappropriate place.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Your voice was breaking up again, but it was just enough for me to make out the words. Oh man, just when I said that, no, I'm not hearing you at all. Oh, youch. I wonder if you accidentally pressed the wrong button. Come back. Oh, there you are.
Sorry.
Hello?
Internet of mine, I swear it.
Oh man, yeah, the internet is acting up.
Oh, I'm sorry. It just completely kicked everything for some reason.
Wow. Yeah, because I was I was doing another long-winded explanation.
Oh no.
How I was going about. We went off on the actually we started covering part of it. The last few sentences he spoke came out choppy.
Oh no.
It was barely enough for me to make out what you were saying.
Oh.
And the point you were getting across. So now, yeah, totally. It with current management at Kickstarter, they are trying to focus on agendas and basically end campaigns that they disagree with.
Yeah, and that's rough to see because a lot of people put a lot of heart into their projects, and just because someone doesn't agree with it, it gets struck down. And everyone should at least have the option to try. You know, let the people say they don't agree with it. The platform itself shouldn't make that decision for people.
For sure.
That's what I say.
Yeah, and there's some creators out there that think it's a good idea to run a campaign for their product on both platforms at once, but
that's one thing I just that grinds my gears. You do one, make sure you fulfill it, then do the other, then make sure you fulfill that.
Right.
Because I've seen it to where people try to run it on both, and when it comes time for fulfillment, they're balancing two different programs with two different metrics of keeping track on backers, and then they can't keep up. So then it gets messy really fast.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Do you anticipate having like? It looks like you're presently focused on putting your energy towards this the smog-based comic, and do you anticipate coming out with like Machi #2?
So Machi 1 and 2 already donezo, but I'm currently working on issue 3 as well. So issue 3 is in progress. And here's a fun thing I can share with you that I have not shared on any other platform. So this is breaking news. I made the decision 2 days ago to completely redo issue 1 and issue 2. And I'll be sending out the revised issues to all of the backers from the Indiegogo Kickstarter and the Indiegogo and the Kickstarter. I'll be sending out copies of issue 1 and issue 2, the new ones, no charge, just for free. Just, hey, here you go. Thanks for being here. And then I'll be releasing issue 3 with the new versions of issue 1 and issue 2 together in a hardback bundle when I do launch again.
Wow.
So, because I've learned so much in the past year, there's so much that I can improve on. So, and I want to do that because that's what my backers and people who support me, they deserve the absolute best that I can do. So that's what I plan on doing.
Man, I mean, I was checking out the artwork on the first campaign, and I was floored. I thought it was good.
Oh, bless. Thank you.
But by the time I heard about your campaign, it was like in the early stages of me getting into ComicsGate. And it wasn't until like September, October 2019 when I actually started deciding to back campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I had you on my to-do list, but then I think I dropped the ball and screwed up and forgot to back it.
No worries. When I am able to launch a crowdfunding campaign again for Machi, you'll be able to get issues 1, 2, and 3, the revised. So it looks like the first few issues are going to be collector's items now. So
that's what I was going to say too. Yeah, for sure.
So hopefully that's a plus. I hope no one feels like, oh darn, she's gonna redo it. Why did I even get the first one? Like that would break my heart. But I'm doing it because I love you guys and I want it to be better.
What I would recommend it if you haven't already considered it. Are you familiar with Ethan Van Sciver?
Oh, I've heard of him.
He does this. He has a book called Cyber Frog.
Yes, the legendary Cyber Frog.
Yeah, he's been running successful campaigns since he went full bore into it. And recently, his campaign for Cyber Frog Wrecked Planet, the sequel, he and his wife decided to use a service where you go and it's like an email blast, I guess. And you reach out to all your backers and say, hey, I'm ready to send this product to you. Please complete the form to make so that I have your most current address.
Oh,
and
nice.
I really think that would be helpful in your campaign.
That would be. If you could get me the name on that service, that would be super, super helpful.
I'll try and get that for you. Because that seems like it would be a perfect fit for your situation since you intend on sending your original backers
I appreciate it.
A redone copy. Man, that's going to be freaking awesome for them to get that at no added charge. When you come out with the Indiegogo for this book, are you going to have the 3 issues in the separate copies as well as the 3 issues combined in one, or are you just going to do all 3?
Yeah, so I'll provide different options at different tiers for sure. So you'll be able to get issue 1 by itself, issue 1 and 2 together, and then issue 3 separate if you choose. So then you have like your option of covers. And then the hardbound book would be issue 3. Though around the time that I launch it, I might have issue 4 done as well. So it might just be one big 4 comics in one book together. I'll have to see when the time comes.
Okay, all right. So it's still kind of up in the air right now.
Oh, it's super up in the air. Like I said, I just decided I'm redoing issue 1 and 2, so I'm starting from scratch essentially.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I mean, since you got all these other projects, you have the time.
Yeah.
Like Kyle says, "Oh, Monty 3. What?
Bless.
Did take my money. I need to update my address, lol." Yeah.
Bless.
Have you thought about yet what kinds of perks you might have?
So when I did the Kickstarter, I offered like enamel pins for stretch goals, and then when I did the Indiegogo, I got really ambitious, and I did like mugs and posters and enamel pins. Like I did a lot. So when I do this again, I'm definitely not doing mugs again. Mugs was really hard to do. Shipping a mug is outrageously expensive, and I cannot ask my backers to pay that amount. That's just unrealistic. So I ended up paying for all of the mug shipping out of pocket. So I don't want to do that again. I didn't mind it last time, but I don't want to do it again.
Right.
So I won't be doing mugs. I will be doing more enamel pins though, so then people can just have a collection. And with the Kickstarter and Indiegogo, I did a whole set of custom trading cards. So I'll be doing that again for sure.
How many trading cards?
24 total. I did 12 for the Kickstarter and 12 for the Indiegogo.
Holy cow! I'm repeatedly kicking myself for missing out on that.
Oh, no worries.
Ay.
No worries.
Oh my lordy lord. Oh boy. Oh jeez.
I did a lot.
Yeah, you did. I was thinking of the mugs, and I thought that it would all be. Didn't you go through like one of those companies where you upload the image that you want and then they slap it on all kinds of merch?
So I didn't do that for my mugs. I wanted to do them by hand just so they had like a handmade feel to them. So I learned how to make water sliders and put them on the mugs myself. So all the mugs were handmade, not the ceramic itself. Obviously I bought that part, but I put them together myself. So
holy crap. Oh my gosh, I'm kicking myself even more.
Oh no.
Oh man, I'm going to be covered in bruises before the night is out. Kyle says, those mugs are life, lol.
Oh, I'm glad he digs it. The mug was a labor of love, every one of them.
Oh crap, I would love that. Jeez. Since you have a little experience with crowdfunding now, did you end up over printing so that if you wanted to, you could give some to like family members, friends, or your personal collection?
Yeah, so I worked with a printing company they were wonderful, and they were able to ship me everything for cheaper than I had originally been quoted. They were able to give me like a discount because I'm a veteran, so they gave me a discount, and I was like, what? So with that, I ordered extras. So I have a couple of boxes of extras that I've yet to rifle through and figure out what to do with. But
sell them to me.
Oh, I mean, hey, if you want them, you just let me know.
Oh my gosh, how cool is that? I don't suppose you have any mugs left, do you?
I don't, unfortunately. I made exactly to the number, and then I had to make a couple of replacements because oh my gosh, shipping was cruel. I wrapped them in fragile stickers, and some of them still got hurt. So it broke my heart.
Oh man, you know, I was telling you I was from the San Francisco Bay Area.
Yeah.
Well, we have a close friend in Southern California, and he would help custom build our PCs and then mail it to us. But UPS and FedEx had a tendency to trash things.
No.
And we received one of our PCs dented. The video card came out of the slot. Memory stick came out. It was all dented and messed up.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cruel.
Yeah, it was painful. Kyle says that if I pay him $500, he's got me.
Here, I'll share screen super quick. Tatsu asked what Machi is, and if it's cool, I'd like to just give him a little rundown.
Oh, totally. Heck yeah.
So, so this is the Kickstarter that I had way back when, for Machi when it first came out. It's an all ages story about a young witch going to an art college. She's full of anxiety. She doesn't want to be there. She has a big sister who she's constantly in the shadow of. So being at that school was absolutely not what she wanted to happen, but she got accepted. So boom, she's there. So the story follows her day-to-day through campus, making friends, getting internships, getting a job, it goes through the whole thing. Getting a familiar. So that's what Machi is. It's my little comic. It's my little baby. And then these were all the rewards and all the trading cards right here.
Dang. That's a lot of work.
It's a labor of love, I tell you. When I made this, I put my absolute heart into it. And I was so fortunate to have so many people come out and say, hey, you know what? I like that. I believe in that. I'll back it. And it blew me away. And here I am a year later working on issue 3, which is crazy to me.
Man, that is amazing. That is a trip. Lazy Witch lol. Yep.
Yep.
Kyle says, Machi honestly has my heart. Making the music for that video makes me cry.
Yes, Kyle made the song that plays in the background of this promo video.
Really?
Yeah, he composed it completely. I just said, hey, this is what I'd like. Do what you want with it. And he came up with just a beautiful piece. Had to use it for the video. And then I had this wonderful voice actress do the voice of Machi. And she was so excited to do Machi's voice that I asked her, would you like to be Machi's voice forever? And she's like, yes, please. So
gosh,
we'll see more from her in the future.
Would you mind playing that?
Yeah, I don't know if the audio will work.
When you share your screen, did you click on share audio?
Hey, I'm Machi.
You can hear it? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I'm a freshman at the 10th
Maximize it if you would.
for Gifted Witches.
Perfect.
Though I wouldn't necessarily call myself gifted. I mean, I'm not really sure how I got accepted.
Oh.
But my big sister
There it
Rena
goes.
is. She's really talented. Rena said that if I fail out of my first year, I'll have to start paying off my student loans straight away. And I can't really afford that. So I'm
Oops, the audio's
giving my all.
audio's
I'm going
breaking up again.
to study really hard. And maybe I can make it into the secret
Oops.
7. They have 100
Uh-oh, I think it froze.
Hopefully that helps.
Yeah, that is cool. Good job, Cop.
Uh-oh.
What?
It's not going to play now.
Whoa. Oh, no. She dropped down and everyone had to see my giant forehead. Uh-oh. It says device is not connected. It's having trouble recognizing your mic. I don't know if you can hear me still. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Oh, heck yeah. Durr. Yeah, definitely.
Hey, I'm Machi. I'm a freshman at the Pendleton Art Institute for Gifted Witches. Though I wouldn't necessarily call myself gifted. I mean, I'm not really sure how I got accepted. But my big sister Raina is. She's really talented. Raina said that if I fail out of my first year, I'll have to start paying off my student loans straight away. And I can't really afford that. So I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to study really hard. And
Can you hear the
maybe
audio?
make it into the Sacred Seven. Thanks for 100% chance of job placement after graduation.
Can you hear the audio?
I have 4
Raven?
years until graduation.
Ooh.
5 hours until lunch.
Yeah, it works. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Right now! Join Machi and her talented friends as they hone their skills, explore the magical world of college life, and compete in the cutthroat art industry of Pendleton AI. Between competing for a place amongst the Sacred Seven and hunting down the perfect familiar, you wouldn't want to miss out. Machi the Lazy Witch is a heartwarming story, showing that sometimes the only thing keeping you from reaching your goals is you. Spanish translation by the wonderful Stacey Rivera, editing by the amazing Cedric Harris, story and art made with love by Raven Monroe, and made possible with your support.
Oh. That was a cute addition at the end. That's
Yes.
so freaking cool. I when I was first looking at the campaign, I thought that might have been your voice.
No, I've had a few people ask that, and every time I'm like, no, that's Shiana. She's amazing.
Oh my gosh! How did you find the voice talent? Did you
Oh my
go to
gosh.
Instagram or something? And
So I went on Fiverr, and that's where I found her.
oh wow! Did it take long, or did you have like hundreds of entrants?
Oh my gosh. I reached out to her. I didn't even announce like, hey, I'm looking for a voice. I just directly reached out to her and I was like, hey, I love your voice. I think you'd be perfect. Do you want to try it? And she was like, yes, let's do it. Let's go. So she was just a perfect fit.
Wow! What a trip! All right, that is so cool.
I got really lucky with her.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. By the way, you mentioned you're having issues with your Wi-Fi. Are you there? Hello. Hello. Raven, can you hear me? Raven.
Hello?
Hey, there you are.
Hi. There we go. Sorry, my internet's being all but my voice is reaching that point, so I think I might need to start saying my goodbyes.
Yeah, for sure. I was just going to add that if you're on Wi-Fi, if you have the ability to do so, try and hardwire your computer to the router.
I need to. I'm going to be moving soon, so when I do, I'm going to do that. I really need to.
Oh, okay. Do you plan on staying
All right.
in California or?
I'll be in California for the next year, and then after that, I don't know where I'm going to go.
Oh, wow.
We'll find out.
Let me see here. Kyle can't believe it's been a year. Okay, now I'm nervous. And Tsunami says complete different style. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Machi is like my here to have fun drawing.
All right. Well, and welcome back, Seaster. I wanted to thank you so very much for hopping in at very short notice. You are an amazing person, and I hope to have you on my channel many more times in the future.
It's been a pleasure. I'd love to be on whenever you can have me. Thanks for being so flexible. I really do appreciate it.
Absolutely. Would you do me a favor and share with the audience how people could reach you on social media?
Absolutely. So you can find me on Twitter at Sketchy Raven. That's where I'm most active. And if you want to get into some behind-the-scenes stuff, some manga pages or machi pages, coloring pages, I share all of that with my Patreons at patreon.com. My username on there is Fairy Art Mother, like fairy godmother, but Fairy Art Mother. So you can get in on those behind-the-scene goodies. As I'm working on my manga, I'll be releasing pages there, so you can read those for free. So those are the big two places to reach me. I'm also on YouTube, not too active as of lately. I hope to be within the next few months, but I can't make any promises. So Twitter and Patreon, that's where you can find me.
What are your plans for YouTube? Will you have like drawing time-lapse videos or?
Yeah, I want to get some more speed paints out for sure. I usually do like a little bit of game streaming with my friend Sam. We do like a Pokemon Nuzlocke thing. And then I had Fantasy Friday going with my buddy Gary. He'll be heading over to the States here soon, which is amazing because he's been in Japan, so crazy time zones. But once he gets back to the States, we'll be starting up Fantasy Friday again. So if you enjoy mythology and lore and art, I do doodles and he tells stories. So we can do that too.
Oh, wow. I don't know if you ever saw it in school, or actually on television. There was a program that they had which was so cool, where somebody would read a story and the other person would actually draw the art that like envision the visual representation of that story. It was the coolest thing.
Oh, rad. Yeah, that's we do something pretty similar on Fantasy Friday.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Gotta check that out for sure.
Bless.
What was that?
I said bless.
Oh. Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter at WyzGyz Tweets, on Twitch under WyzGyz Twitches. Eventually, I'm going to be doing some gaming there. It might be stuff like Knights of the Old Republic. I might do some StarCraft.
Nice.
Maybe some, if it still runs, Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds, which is kind of based on the Age of Empires engine.
Ooh.
And on YouTube under WyzGyz Entertainment. Yay, me and new friend Friedman.
Thanks for having me again, WyzGyz. I look forward to seeing you in the future.
Likewise, yeah. We got to do more stuff together.
Heck yeah.
All right, again in the broadcast.